Hey, welcome back to the shop, and today we're in a different shop. We're actually in the house shop, not the garage shop. Now today is actually going to be a sad day for me because I made the realization that we need to sell the Super Sexy Honda Odyssey. And when I did a list of all the projects we have for the channel, for ourselves, for the family, it came out to be over 5 years before I can actually touch this thing again. That and the market for minivans right now is pretty high. So hey, let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and offload this and use that for other projects. We do have a lot of really expensive projects coming up, and we don't have any sponsors, or we don't have enough subscribers. So it's all on us. So the minivan has got to go. Now on this particular video, what I wanted to discuss with everybody is a lot of the things that you can do that is really cheap, really easy, and will help you on your resale value. Now, throughout the life of this vehicle, I've tried to maintain it as best I could. I also, about once a year, I'll put a nice wax coat on it just to be able to protect the finish. So anyway, some of the things that you really need to do before you put this on the market, or before you put your vehicle on the market, is actually check through a couple of things. Now, I made this list of everything that I look at when I go look at a car. What we want to do is get as much value out of this van as we possibly can. All right, so when I actually go look for a new vehicle, I do look at a lot of pictures before I even contact the seller. I looked at the price, I look at some of the details that they actually put in. I mostly look at the pictures. I do look at a little bit of descriptions. Some of the things I need to do is detail the inside, clean it out. That means carpet, seats, dashboard, vents. Take a Q-tip, hit those vents just to get the dust out of there, to make it look like you actually care about it. If you care about it, they're going to know that you care about it. So then they'll actually be a little bit more comfortable with buying the vehicle. Now also, when I say clean the carpets, I mean take them out. If you look at another video that I made with the Super Sexy Honda Odyssey, you will see how dirty they were and what we did to actually clean those. We're not really going to show the full detail of the inside of the vehicle. We're just going to go over some of the basics because we have a long list. We have the inside, we have the outside. I got a couple products over here to my right that I'm going to show you here in a second that will help out with the exterior to get the appearance. When you're flipping through pictures and you're like, no. It's kind of like those apps. Swipe left, left. Oh wait, that one might be it. Okay, swipe right. Whichever, or however it works. I've never had the need to actually use those apps, but you can get the idea. Appearances mean a lot. Get yourself into the door to actually bring in customers to be able to look at your vehicle. Now, some of the other things you need to do is fix any noises. When they do a test drive and it's squeaking or you got rattles or whatever, okay, they're gonna notice that. All right, basic maintenance. Simple little things. Check your tire pressure. If they're riding down the road and it kind of pulls to the left because you got a low tire, okay, they're gonna notice that. Fix those basic things. It doesn't cost you anything. Hit it with a pressure gauge and go with it from there. When you're cleaning out your inside, get rid of your trash. There's been so many times I get to a place, I'm like looking at pictures, I'm like, oh, okay, that's great. I get there, there's crap under the seat. There's stuff still in the glove box. There's, apple cores in the back. It's like, dude, it takes 2 seconds. Clean it out. You're at the gas station anyway. Get it clean. That's definitely going to help with the resale value. And also, if you have a dirty apple core in the back, it's going to stink. Smell is another very important thing which you need to address. So this vehicle has never been smoked in. So the interior actually smells okay. So that's a quick list of what we're going to go through. We might pick up a few more here and there, but first we need to do is clean out the inside. But first I want to tell you all the products that we're actually going to use for this. Now, none of these are sponsors. I actually bought all these myself, and most of it we actually have it on hand because we're going to try to do this on the cheap. The more you spend on getting the vehicle ready and prepped and get out of here, the less money you're actually going to make as profit. But it's a car, you're not really making any profit. You're just trying to recoup some of the losses that you already have into it. So anyway, let's take a look at the table and figure out exactly what we have to do all the work on here. All right, here's my trusty table of goodies. All right, so we're going to detail the inside. I got myself some brushes here that I used last time. This just sits up on a drill. you spray it down with some carpet cleaner. Last time I used a homegrown solution. This one I'm just going to use some turtle wax. Spray that on the carpets, get rid of all the stains. Stains stick out. Want to get rid of them. If I still can't get the stains out and we need a little bit more effort, then we go into the pressure washer deal. I don't really like using the pressure washer so much because that turns it into a multi-day operation. All right, so we got the interior kind of taken care of almost, because we need to condition our leather seats. This is a touring model. It has leather seats. Condition them. They want to be able to last a really long time. Exterior, well, we're gonna wax it, right? So we got some good old-fashioned wax on, wax off. Anyway, and also get some rags and towels, lint-free, but you want to get it to where, and put in a bag. You know, dust and dirt is the enemy of any good wax job. All right, then you have general maintenance. So you got a simple tire pressure gauge, a way to get the air in there, and also top off your AC. One thing in this day and age, everybody wants AC. All right, you've seen the tools, you've seen the vehicle. Now let's go ahead and get it clean and then get to the next step. Oh, one more thing, detail your engine. That takes a couple minutes. Take your covers off, get rid of all the stuff up top. If you need to, use the pressure washer. Just watch out for your electronics. Don't hit them directly on or cover them up. So anyway, I want to pull the carpets, pull the seats, start on the interior. Oh man, that was a job and a half. It's a good thing I had my crew out here to help me out with it. So I did get all three kids out there, since they're the ones that dirtied it up. They're the ones that got to clean it. But I think everything came out pretty nice. A couple things that you always have to remember is always get your DVDs or CDs out of your dashboard. This particular one has a 6-disc changer. So you open that up, boom, you got all your discs. I went ahead and pulled all those out. Also, there's a DVD player down here because this is a touring model, so it does have the DVD setup. And don't forget, like every cup holder, every compartment, this thing has tons of them. Make sure they're all cleaned out, because you don't want to go through and have the next person come in and do a forensic analysis and find out all about how nasty you are. Anyway, check out what we did, and we'll go ahead and pull it outside and give it a good washing. All right, we just went out into the rain and did a quick wash job on it. Actually got all the dirt and grime off. But anyway, so I'm gonna take my rusty trusty chamois, go ahead and dry the whole thing off, because you kind of want to get rid of all the spots so that it doesn't actually get into the clear coat. Also, you probably saw me using pressure washer for the engine compartment. Now make sure, if you do use a pressure washer, stay away from electronics if you can. Also, don't use the, like I usually use a 15% spray pattern nozzle. I usually use that for concrete or walkways or whatever. I went all the way up to a 40. If you have one bigger, use one bigger. We don't want to have a lot of pressure up there. We just want to get the grime off. The engine compartment does look a lot better, but I'm going to let it dry and also detail that as well. Now, one thing that you always have to remember, do not spray cold water on a hot engine. You will crack the block. It is not a pretty thing. So anyway, what else we got to do? Oh, there's some stickers in the back. Resale. Nobody really loves stickers, especially ones from a workplace. Got to get that off. If you have military tags, get that off. Go ahead and clean all that off, dry it off, and then we can get on to the next step, because we really want to get top dollar. So I am back on the Super Sexy Honda Odyssey, and what we're going to do now is actually put a layer of wax on it. If you rub your hand across it, there's like little imperfections and it's kind of rough. So we're going to fix that with some wax. I have a tendency of going back old school and going with the wax on, wax off method. I only do this once a year and it lasts pretty much all year. I didn't do it last year on this one. I think I did it last year. I don't remember. No. But we're going to do it right now for the next owner of this Super Sexy Honda Odyssey. So basically what you do with this, little circles, you get it all over there and wait for it to dry. Now once it dries, it's going to be a little bit pasty. And due to the fact that it's really humid today, we're going to pull that fan over and put it over here so that it will dry it a lot faster. So, a couple little tips and tricks when you're actually putting wax on a vehicle. Now you're going to want to just smother it all over the place. Well, you don't want to do that because down in here there's a black piece of molding. You have other molding and stuff. You don't want to get it on that because if you do, once you do, it's done. It's just going to be chalky forever. Around the mirrors and that type of stuff, you don't want to do that. Now, getting down here where the molding is and also where the door handles are, you gotta be able to get in there. And it's really hard to do it with a rag. So I kind of made my own tool years and years and years ago. Basically, I just grab a big old honking paintbrush and I cut the bristles to make it really stiff. So I can use this to get down into a lot of the crevices and actually get all of the wax out of the corners. So that's one thing you're gonna need. Another thing you're gonna need, you gotta be able to wipe it off. Well, I got two different types of rags here. Now this one right here, they're both lint free, so you don't leave little marks everywhere. Now this one right here is actually pretty coarse. Actually, I gotta get the dirt off of it. It's pretty coarse and I'll be able to get a lot of the big stuff off. Once I get the big stuff off, I usually have a tendency of actually coming back with one of these. Now, you can do the same thing with a t-shirt, like an old t-shirt or whatever. This, all it looks like is a t-shirt that was sewn together. So I use this for the finishing touches because it will get just about anything off. Actually works out pretty well. So I'm gonna do this panel right here and then I'll show you basically the whole thing. Then I go all the way around and do the entire van, which is a lot of real estate. It is ridiculous how many body panels this thing has, but it's a minivan. That's the way it is. So anyway, sit back, relax, and enjoy the time lapse. I'm pretty sure you don't want to see this in real time. All right, so basically we did the entire side here, and this panel was the first one that we did, and it's pretty chalky. It's not fully dry yet, but I did want to just at least uncover one. Anyway, fold it quite a few times because you kind of want to have it fluffy so that all the wax will actually get into the grooves. And let's see what we got. Well, that looks super awesome. All right, so I just did this. Oh, that's so smooth. All right, so I went ahead and grabbed the my other rag, which is the basically t-shirt type stuff, to be able to get all the little tiny stuff. Wow, I can actually see myself. Come see myself in this reflection. All right, so that's pretty much what it is. And like I said, I don't think you want to see me do this all the way around. Okay, one more thing. I almost forgot. When you actually get into these grooves, you do have a little bit around the door handle. Now, you could probably get, you know, your little rag in there or whatever. This is where that paintbrush comes in. So basically get the crap off of it. And then just hit all of the, see, just pulls it right out. And then when you're done, grab a hold of your rag and get rid of all the excess. Yeah, you can go out there and buy all the expensive tools, but the ones you make yourself, I've had this for 15 years, still works. They're just bristles. How can you mess up bristles? All right. Wax on, wax off. See you in a bit. All right, this thing's looking a whole lot better. Put a nice little coat of wax on it. And actually pictures means a lot. Make sure you get a lot of detail. If you have electronics, I would say turn them on. In this particular case, we have a entertainment system. I'm gonna have that up and running when I take a picture from the back to the forward to be able to show the nav system and the entertainment system to let people know that, hey, it does work. Hey, that's pretty good options. Cool. Also, remove all the personal items that you might have. In this particular case, this was Steph's daily driver, and she is a Virginia Tech Hokie. Well, what if the person that wants to buy this is a Virginia fan? Well, they're going to look at that and like, oh, I can't have that. That would belong to a Hokie. Got to play with the psyche of the actual buyer. So go ahead and remove all the personal items. When you're taking pictures, go ahead and remove your license plate. We're going to bring it into the shop and actually do the mechanical part of the whole prep area. All right, so the sun kind of made an appearance, but then it went away again. So I'm going to wait till a little bit later. Hopefully the sun will actually come out, and hopefully it's not during the Cowboy game, because of course I gotta watch my boys play. So anyway, so we do have it in the shop now. So a couple things we want to do is make sure that everything is in place, such as this guy right here. Now this goes into the undervalance or valance or whatever you want to call it. I took this off when I was fixing the AC. There's another video on that. You can take a look at that as well. But anyway, went around the vehicle and there's a couple of little things. Valve cover caps. Go ahead and make sure that they have valve cover caps on there. I'm going to check on my tire pressures. I'm going to put my valance back on. And that should be, oh, and check my fluids. And once I check my fluids, then we should be done. Oh, also, if you saw earlier in the video, I pressure washed the engine compartment. It looks really good. Check a look. Not quite eat-offable, but it's pretty darn close. Put a little bit of Armor All on certain things just to make it look a little bit more presentable, but also run it before somebody gets there. Only because this top mat will be full of water. It's exorbitant. Okay, you're gonna start the engine. We're gonna go out for a test drive. It's gonna heat that thing up and then start evaporating all that water. And what that's gonna do is create steam, in which will run another red flag. Is okay, why are you smoking? All right, make sure all that stuff is nice and dry. Keep driving it like you normally do, just to make sure they don't have any of those red flags. Anyway, I'm gonna jack it up, put a piece of plastic on, check my tire pressure, fluids, and then we're gonna go take some pictures. And even that is sort of an art form. I don't know, I'm not an artist, but we're gonna give it a shot. So let's go. All right, the sun it goes out, it comes in, it goes out, it goes in, whatever. We're gonna be able to have to time this, but I wanted to tell you a couple of things about how to shoot pictures of your vehicle. Try to find the location. You wanna have a backdrop. In this particular case, naturistic. I have a field behind me, I have bushes behind me, I got bushes over here. So it's more of a natural area. It might help, might not, I don't know, but that's what we're gonna do. Also, as you can see, I have the van actually at an angle. If you had it straight up and down, it's too symmetrical, but it just seems to work. Also, I do have the wheel turned so that you can actually see the tread on the tire, so that in one picture you can get the essence of the vehicle itself and how much tread you have on your tire. So I'm gonna take a couple quick pics and kind of see where they go. All right, so I pretty much took a picture all the way around. You want to get all four sides, you want to get it at different angles. Go high, go low. Pick out the best ones that look the best to you. If it looks good to you, it'll look good to them most of the time. Also, don't forget your engine compartment, your interior. Also, on this particular one, since I do have the capability, and actually if you have a cell phone, you got the capability as well. Go ahead and make a video. Do a pre-test drive before they come and do a test drive. I'm gonna take this and go around the neighborhood, get on the highway, get whatever, go ahead and shoot some video, do some commentary on it, let them know what features it has, what features it doesn't have, what works, what doesn't, you know, that type of thing. This thing's 14 years old, there's gonna be a couple things that does not work. Let them know. Be honest with them. Don't try to be shady. Hopefully that kind of helps you a little bit on selling your vehicle. Hopefully you can get a little bit more out of it than what you just by using. Like, I spent like a half a day on this thing, really washing it, cleaning it, detailing, that type of thing. It should help a long way. Anyway, if you have any questions, leave some comments down below and I'll try to answer them. I can't answer all of them, but I'll try to answer as many as I can. So anyway, until then, good luck, enjoy, and have a good day. Later.